doing? Hey, how you doing? How's
I
it
feel like
going?
it's not going well. Not well, bitch. Hey, see, I get to do it.
Oh wow, look at that.
I am pooped. I am pooped beyond repair. I think I'm done. I think we're done here. This may be it.
That's it.
I
You're ready
I
to
just
say
wanted to
goodbye.
say it's been a pleasure. Not talking to you. This was probably
No.
the worst part.
Oh, hold on. I have to turn my phone on silent. Sorry. Wait, no, I'm supposed
Wow.
to be standing up. Phone on
Do,
silent.
do, 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 do.
So sorry. So sorry. Okay. Um. Now, is it the fasting or is it the bomb cyclone?
It is the bomb cyclone shoveling that I have to do whilst fasting. That's the hard
Mm,
part.
yeah.
It's a lot. I've had 2 trips out there, an hour
hmm
each,
hmm
and you know, I think I'm hallucinating at this point. So I don't know what I'm gonna say here. If I say something problematic, let's chalk it up to that. If I make a mistake, for example, on why somebody's called Quad God.
Oh my God. All right. Here's what we're going to talk about today. Just to keep it
Yes.
tight. Okay. We're going to keep it tight. We only have an
No,
hour before fasting.
no, I say we run all the way through. Go through. Let's do an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay. We got something going on within Xbox CEO. Olympics. I Punchy. We got to check in on Punch. Unfortunately, there's some Epstein stuff.
I mean,
Savannah Guthrie's
unfortunately,
mom is missing.
yes.
Okay. Pam Bondi is making a buffoon of herself. Actors of our youth, hot actors of our youth keep dying. Eric Dane and James Vanderbeek.
Hmm.
Things are happening all around. It won't stop fucking snowing in New Jersey. It is the first week of the blessed month of Ramadan is coming to a close. I
You know,
want to talk about yeah. Oh
I,
no.
I,
Oh
I,
please.
I blame myself because for the past 5 days or for the past 6 days, you bitch, Patreon exclusive, Noor's burning in hell.
No, I'm bleeding from my body. Okay, that's what's happening. I'm not fasting today, so I'm gonna have this nice glass of water. I'm gonna just glug right into the mic.
You know what? Why don't you tell me about what you ate today? Tell me about all the things that you ate today because that is something that I do, right? During like Ramadan, I go through like the YouTube shorts, and I look at people eating and stuff like that. But
If
yeah.
when I tell you, you're gonna be like, "Why the fuck aren't you just fasting?" I
Hmm.
had a cup of coffee, and then
Oh,
I had, and then I had. We have these like bagel chips from Costco. Everything bagel chips,
uh huh.
like they're just bagels, crisped up, tiny slices of them, right?
Are they hard?
Yeah.
They're not soft.
No, they're not too hard. They're thin. So they're not gonna scrape the roof of your mouth.
But is there like a kind of like a spongy component to it when you
There's
bite
no
into it, or is it
sponge.
just
It's no
oh get
sponge.
the fuck out of my face? Oh,
Anyway,
you might
I
as well
had
just
it
have hard pretzels.
kind of, yeah. But it's a bagel. I had that with some cottage cheese. That's it.
Ooh. Now, were you dipping or were you putting? Did you sprinkle it on the cottage cheese?
I dipped. I
Okay,
scooped.
like a
And
pita
that's it.
chip.
Yeah, that's all I had today. It's not even
Now
that exciting.
you're really into the everything bagel. Like that is your
hmm
big thing. I
I mean,
find
okay.
no, it
I mean,
is like you
I have other big things, but okay, if you
it,
want to make it that
before
my thing.
before heated rivalry. Your biggest thing in your life was everything bagels because you have like everything bagel seasoning also from Trader Joe's and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
have that at
yeah,
the
yeah,
ready.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever told you this, and I think this. I think it's. I'm revealing this only because I am out of my senses and I have no filter left.
hmm
Everything bagels suck. They're too salty. They're
Wow.
too salty, and the little knickknacks get in my teeth.
Okay, well, that's a dental problem for
It is.
you, but
Yeah.
I like the little knickknacks in my teeth because I like a snack for later.
Now, I don't know if we have any imams listening. Let's say if I eat an everything bagel for sehri, which
hmm
is, what you eat before the fast starts.
hmm
Can I revisit that? Can I revisit the knickknacks throughout the day, or does that count as me breaking my fast? or is it I already consumed it?
Now,
These are the important things that the
these are
moms of
important
the
questions.
yeah.
This is important. I went through, I did Invisalign a couple of years ago. And
Hmm.
when I did it, in order to get my teeth to lay properly, I
Hmm.
had to get like part of some of my teeth like shaved down a little bit.
Hmm.
So to create space in my mouth to move my teeth around. And so I had these like slight gaps in the back of my teeth for a little while.
Yeah.
Food would get stuck there constantly. And I would not really make an effort to like get it out because I was like, I kind of like the snack later. I would
That's
be lying to
disgusting.
you if I said, yeah, it's horrible. Now, as a result, I am constantly toothpicking and flossing and stuff, but
Yeah.
I during the last two Ramadans, it was like I was like around like 10 o'clock. I'd be like, I flossed. How is there still food in there? And it would just be like, oh, okay, 10 a.m. I guess I'm gonna just let
So it
this
just fall, and then
sesame
you would just
seed
swallow.
linger in my
Nice,
mouth. Yeah, it's
nice.
not bringing any nutritional value. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um anyway, I haven't really eaten today. It's not fun. The thing I was looking forward to with not fasting is just
Hmm.
the sleep, right? Because for me, it's like it's the more the broken sleep that's the problem. So I said, okay, great. Started my period on Saturday, not gonna fast for the weekend. It's fine. And then the weekday, kids are gonna go to school. They're not fasting during the weekday, so I can actually sleep. Well, today and tomorrow it's a snow day. So
Hmm.
now the kids are like, well, we're not going to school, so we want to fast because we're home. I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to make them breakfast. Then it's impossible to fall back asleep. So
Oh.
then now I've been awake since 4:30 for
Oh.
no reason, no
Oh,
good
I'm so sorry
reason.
for you. Did you have coffee to sustain you though?
Yeah, because what else am I supposed to do? I said to my husband just like 10 minutes ago, he said, you look sad. And I said, I think I'm hungry. And he said, oh, are you? And I said, well, is your uterine lining shedding? And he said, you don't know that. And I don't know that either. I don't track it. Anyway, listen, lots to catch up on. Let's just jump right into the Olympics because
Sure.
I tell you all the time, like I get a lot of hate mail, from people about various things, whatever.
Hmm.
And lately, I'll be honest, I haven't gotten a lot of hate mail, which tells me either people just stop listening to the
Hmm.
podcast or maybe I'm just not pissing people off. But the onslaught of messages from first time commenters I got
Hmm.
from our traders episode, where both you and I stupidly were like, we got nice quads. I could be a quad god. They were like, hey, idiots. He's
Hey,
not called
asshole.
a quad god because of his legs. Because I looked at his pictures and I said, those look like regular sized quads to me. And it turns out he's called that because he does quadruple jumps
Hmm.
all the time. That's his
Yeah.
thing. So, oh, you muted me.
What do you chalk that up to? Why did we make a mistake? Is it because we are morons? True, probably.
Well,
Is it
yeah.
because we are horny perverts because we hear a quad and in our minds it can't be anything other than your quadriceps?
No, first of all, time out. Don't you loop me into we, okay? You presented it. You said,
You went along with it.
have you seen this? I don't know anything about him. You said this quad god. I was thinking to myself, like, I could be Olympic. I've got some nice quads. You presented it as in such a way that I thought, certainly, he's a sports guy.
Yeah.
He's been talking about sports every week. He yammers about sports, 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 sports. I thought perhaps you know what you're talking about. It turns out you don't.
I think it's that. That's probably true. But I also think it's because you just got done with the heated rivalry stuff and quads are on the mind. Let's just say that.
Well,
Quads,
not more than quads.
well, I mean, but it leads to something else. I understand that. But quads are on the mind. So yeah,
Now,
my apologies. I'm sorry to Ilya. That's his name, right?
yeah, his name
Ilya
is
and the
Ilya.
listeners.
Ilya and the listeners and anybody else who's a quad god out there.
Yeah.
Apparently there's not.
Yeah. Well, either
Anyway,
or. I mean,
yeah.
if there is somebody that is really proud of their quads and they'd like to go by the name Quad God, then I think that's a pretty good nickname for somebody to have.
Especially because you couldn't even say quad god. You kept
Yeah.
saying quad squad. As if there's a gaggle of quad gods. First of all, Quad God is really hard on the mouth.
It really is hard on the mouth.
It's the rural juror.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Okay, let's talk about Olympics. I was at your place the other day and we were watching Alyssa Liu's stuff, her performance, and we started talking about this little baby girl's backstory, this 20-year-old who is amazing. And let's talk about her for a minute. She did this like incredible free style skate, free skate, it's called. And it was so nice and it made me so happy. And it was incredible. Her backstory is incredible. She's amazing. Everybody's celebrating her. She seems so cool. And then there's another athlete who is also Chinese American from the Bay Area. Another woman. Her name is Eileen. Let me look up her last name. I don't want to.
I think is
Gu. Yeah.
Gu, right?
And she is a freestyle skier. And she opted to actually compete as on Team China. And she's amazing. And her interviews are amazing. And every time she gets in front of the mic, she says something really, really cool. But there's a lot of stuff online right now. And it's probably all fucking bots because like nothing is real anymore. And they're like, in a world of Eileen's, be an Alyssa.
Hey, let's pit the two Asian Americans against
Let's
each
just
other.
pit the two women against each other. Let's do that. They're like, don't be an Eileen. She's a socialist propagandist. I'm like, you don't want to know what Alyssa thinks. She probably is. They're both from the Bay Area. Like, please get out of here. And what are we doing here? How about we don't pit women against each other? How about we just celebrate these two absolutely incredible athletes that are so cool? Like, they asked Eileen, like, you know, somebody said, this is going to sound really rude, but I'm not trying to make it rude. But do you think before you speak? Because everything you say is so thought out that you say it and we don't like, it's incredible, you know? And she said, I'm a very pensive person, but the thing that I think about often is, she said, I do a lot of writing down because I like to take stock of who I am in the moment. And I like to think about how whoever I am today, I can be whoever I want today because I want to be the person that makes like 8-year-old me really happy. Like I want 8-year-old me to be obsessed with me. And I'm really proud of the fact that 8-year-old me is obsessed with me. And that like broke my brain for a second because I was like, we should all be functioning that way.
Yeah.
We should all be, as adults, striving to be people that like if I ran into my younger self, she would be like, that's a really cool girl. I wish I could be her when I grow up, you know?
You know, there's something about this younger generation because, like, obviously, there's been a lot of stuff in in conversation about like the doom and gloom of it all, right? And I am like, as a millennial, as a soon to be 43-year-old millennial, I feel a lot of doom and gloom. Like, there are a lot of things that make me sad and myopic, and like, just I'm really worried about the way that things are going. Did you hear what Sam Altman said about AI? Did you see?
God, what did he say?
He said, so, you know, they were talking about like how much resources it takes for AI bots and stuff like that, right? And his answer was, well, to train a human, you need to feed it 20 years of food. Anyways, I went on a tangent. I'm sorry. The reason why I say that is because right now there is, you know, if you look at what's going on with the younger generation, with like kids from like, I don't know, I guess anybody from like 25 to younger, and
Mhm.
25 to like your kids' ages and
Mhm.
stuff like that, right? There is a lot of really, really troubling things that you see out there. And it comes from like, parents not being able to monitor their kids. And I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Is it like look maxing is a new thing that was
Oh my
apparently in
god,
the news.
looks maxing.
Looks maxing and all that shit, right? So there's a lot of really, really sad or like troublesome things in the air. But another thing that I've noticed is there's like this divide because the really smart and really empathetic and really sympathetic younger people, like some of the things that they say, you go, holy shit, like they are so much better off than we were, right? And it's
Yeah.
like, we grew up with like this thing about like, well, it's like, trophy culture or whatever, like whatever like that,
Everybody
right?
gets a
Like
trophy.
everybody gets a trophy, blah 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 blah. Oh, you shouldn't be like, oh, these kids aren't ready for the world, these kids are, they're too soft or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't have kids. I just think that what we are seeing now is like the result of that is there are a lot of really smart younger people. I mean, we're just talking about this one person who's
Mhm.
like a 22-year-old, but she's, she went to Stanford or whatever. But
Yeah.
I see that a lot because I've started to work with a lot of younger people now
The
also, like
youth.
kids that are getting out of college or whatever. And so what you see is there's this big divide. Like the kids that are not doing well are really, really not doing well. Like it's actually
Yeah.
fucking scary, like some of the shit that they believe. But the kids that are doing well, that are like using everything at their disposal for for the best possible version of it, they're really fucking smart, and it gives you a lot of hope and a lot of optimism for the future. So I hear like whenever I see like an Eileen Gu interview, I'm like, God, she's so smart. Like I'm glad that she has the foresight to kind of think that way, right? Like I don't know what 8-year-old me would think of me. I think he'd think you know what, 9-year-old me thinks I'm a pretty funny guy. You know who 9-year-old me is? Yeah, you
Who? Is it who?
no,
Is it my
Noe.
son?
Yeah,
Oh my god, he
it's
does.
Noe and our niece Irsa. Now
Yeah,
Irsa bullies me a lot, but
she does.
she's like my buddy. She beats me up and stuff like that. So
Well,
I
I
think,
have noticed with you with young girl children is that you
Mhm,
do allow them to roast you, which I think is very nice. I think I like that with the boys, you're like a silly fun uncle.
mhm,
And with the girls, whether it's like our niece or any of our friends' daughters,
yeah.
they kind of have this relationship with you where they're
Oh, it's
like,
free reign.
we're going to
Yeah,
shit on this man. And
yeah.
I really love that because I think that women from a young age should be taught how to shit on men, you
I think
know?
so. Yeah, use me as for all of your work out your material. Say whatever you
Exactly.
want. I don't care.
Exactly. Now you're talking about young people that are like amazing, right?
Hmm.
And then you talked about looks maxing, which is like a thing that's happening in like the manosphere,
Yeah,
right? And then you're talking about like Eileen Gu, who is this woman, Alyssa Liu, who's a woman. And I don't want to put women and men against each other, but if you look at, let's say, what happened in the hockey space, I texted you this week and I said, we're going to talk about hockey. You said, I don't want to talk about hockey. I said, I'm going to talk about hockey.
hmm,
And when I texted you that I want to talk about hockey, it was Sunday morning when the U.S. men's team was playing against Canada
Canada.
in the Gold Cup game, right? I was like, all right, let's watch this. And of course, the whole time, like US won. And I even posted this on Threads. I said, is anybody else waiting for a beautiful barista to come down and kiss the captain on the mouth? Or am I just sick in the head? I was like, this is so cute. And then the Gaudreau family, the brothers that passed away
Yeah,
last year,
Jersey,
which is like,
Jersey family.
was it last year that they passed away?
I think it was last year, maybe. Yeah, I think it was last year.
So if you don't know, there's these two brothers, Johnny and, can you look it up for me? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
They're these two brothers, they're from Jersey. They played in the NHL and they were biking and they got hit by a car and they both died. And Johnny, his wife had a baby and then another on the way. And so throughout the games, they've been honoring them, the two brothers, the whole time. The parents were there, Johnny's wife and kids were there. And then at the end, when they were doing like their pictures, they brought out Johnny's little kids onto the ice and had his jersey up. And I was like, this is amazing. I was like, sports, you got me again. This is so good. I was like so happy for them. I was like, this is amazing. What a fun moment. I felt sad for Canada. What's that man's name?
Which man?
Crosby?
Sidney Crosby.
Ooh, hello. I was like, well, he's handsome.
Yeah, he's
But
very
you know what's
handsome.
funny is like I looked at these men on the
Before you
ice.
start
Yeah,
perving out on Sidney Crosby, the other brother's name was Matthew,
Matthew.
Johnny,
Yes,
and they were
from
actually
Jersey.
it's from Jersey, and it's so sad. They were actually in town for their sister's wedding,
Oh my god,
and it was like
so
the next
sad.
day. Yeah,
And even I think the current captain of the U.S. hockey team is a Jersey boy, right? Or one of the big players this year is from Jersey. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
We're not
people
hockey
are really
people.
excited. He's like a nice Jewish boy from New Jersey. Everybody keeps talking about it. Anyway, my point is going back to Sidney Crosby for a second. While I was watching it. I was like in heated rivalry mode. I was like, these men are handsome. The U.S. boys, I'm not gonna lie, they look like they're 5. So I was like, I'm not into this. The men's team, I said, Sidney Crosby and that salt pepper, that can get it.
Yeah.
So I'm like watching the camera go down and they're like, sad. They're doing this thing where they give them like stuffies
Yeah.
at the end. It's so silly. The stuffed animals are so embarrassing. It's humiliating. Like it's one thing to give to like the winning team, but when like the silver medal team also gets these stupid stuffies. Anyway, they're going down, and anytime I saw like an athlete, like a hockey player that I thought was handsome, you know what I did? I looked him up. And then I looked him up and I saw the pictures. There's no teeth, guys. There's no teeth. Nobody has teeth on these hockey players. They don't have teeth. And that nothing gets your horny out faster than when you look at these men that you're like, oh, they look handsome. They look sweaty and rugged. Then you look up their picture and they're smiling ear to ear, no teeth. So
Well,
that
I
took
just
me
want
out of it. Yeah.
I got you. I just want to congratulate you. You are now what every disgusting horny man is that is watching a sports event and goes to look up the sideline reporter and goes to see if she's married and if she has bikini pictures. That is who you have become. That is what you've turned into.
Well, hold on. I'm very quickly going to turn out of it. Okay. So that was
Okay.
Sunday morning. Okay. And then I go on Twitter and I see who is celebrating with the U.S. hockey team. Oh, it's none other than Dweebinator 2000, fucking Kashyap Patel in there being like, "Rah, rah, rah," smashing beers and getting so excited. And I said, hey, Savannah Guthrie's mom is missing and the FBI is supposed to be looking for her? What's this dipshit doing in fucking Milan? Sucking back beers with 19-year-olds.
Yep. Also, the Epstein files have just like in Europe, they are arresting people based off of what was found in our Epstein files. Meanwhile, this motherfucker is out there. By the way, that trip cost the American taxpayers $400,000 for Kashyap Patel to go hang out in the locker room with the kids, and basically, like, it's so sad to see because, like, he's drinking beers and everybody's like cheering him on, but it's like everybody knows, like, nobody thinks that he's a cool person while he's doing this, right?
No, not one.
It's just so sad and cringy, and it's just like, dude, like I know that the FBI under the Trump administration is doing some pretty much irreversible harm to all US citizens, right? But the harm that Kash Patel is doing to brown men, I don't know if we recover for like the next 60 years. That
No,
is
I don't
what
think
we
that
are.
you do.
That's who we are going to be measured by. And it's
There
sad.
was like a time, like I want to say 5 years ago, maybe 6
Mhm.
years ago, there was a time where a lot of people were really into brown men suddenly. Like
It
Dave
was like a
Patel
fetish
was
thing.
around. Yeah, like Dave
Yeah.
Patel was around. People are even like, oh, Hassan Minaj is
Minaj.
good looking,
Yeah.
right? It was like people were suddenly into brown men. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this could be a thing. And then
Yeah.
Kash Patel came in with his fucking googly eyes and stupid ass face. And they were like, oh, no, you were right. No, you were right. Your instinct was correct. No, there's no how brown men. No.
He looks like I'm sure somebody else has said this. He looks like the one character from Ice Age. The
Yeah.
one with the
He does. That's right. So he's partying with them. And then he's like, because everybody's so worried, I was invited to go and party with the boys. Okay. Nobody's worried. Nobody's like, oh, yeah, did Kosh just barge in there? Like, that's not the concern. The concern here about the U.S. team, and here's the issue, right? I don't give a shit who you want to party with. The U.S. team wants to party with them. There was also a phone call that happened. I'll get to the phone call from Trump in a minute. Super misogynistic. So I don't care who you want to party with, but like if you're going to party with this guy, just recognize that you are partying with a pedophile protector. Like
Mhm.
that's the thing. At this point, this is where we're at. Like you said, like in Europe, the fucking king of England is like, yeah, lock him up.
Lock
Take
up my
Andrew.
fucking brother. First of all, I never liked him. I never liked him anyways.
Oh, I never liked him. I can do that because they've claimed chicken tikka masala, so that's fine for us to do that voice.
Also, colonialism.
No, of course. Obviously, that's the obvious one.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just I'm experiencing kidney failure because I've been dehydrated from the shoveling.
Let me take another sip of water.
Ow. It actually hurts.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, you were
Okay.
saying something before
I
I went
wasn't.
off about the king. You know, you were. You were saying something before I went off about the king of England
Was
arresting.
I? No, you were.
Yeah,
talking,
I said at the end of the day, these people are partying with pedophiles. Like,
yes, I'm sorry.
yes.
With pedophile, you said that recognize that you are, that these are pedophile protectors, right? I think it's that recognize, but also fucking acknowledge, right? So like,
Yeah.
we didn't talk about this, but my two guys, Ben and Matt, who I love very
Mhm.
much, I have
Mhm.
loved them now, going on 29 years,
Mhm.
since Good Will Hunting came out, right?
Mhm.
And then I really love Ben for in Armageddon.
Yeah.
We don't have time to get into that, but both of
I
them.
don't want to close my eyes.
I guess we do
Sorry.
have time to get into that.
No, we don't.
Both of them were on the Joe Rogan experience, right? Because they
Mhm.
have this movie coming out, or they had this movie coming out on Netflix, right? This, by the way, the movie was like the perfect Netflix movie, or like the perfect airplane movie, because you could just have it on in the background,
Mhm.
and not pay attention to it. And they were on there for like, I don't know, 3 hours, right? And they were talking about the industry, and they were talking about Netflix, and they're talking about like all these things, like tech and all of these things, all of which are really, really like interesting topics, right? But also like, hey, you are on the Joe Rogan show, right? And you are supposed to be like these stalwarts of like liberalism, and like, by the way, you're both married to Latinas, or you were both with Latinas. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it should be like, I understand why like publicists want them on there, because it's a huge show, and yes,
Mhm.
they can make an excuse that, yes, you know what, we're only there to talk about our professional life and our work, blah blah blah. But like, you can't deny like who this person is, and you can't
Yeah.
deny the platform that he has, and the platform that he has willingly given to the worst fucking people in the world, right?
Yeah.
Like, Joe Rogan is culpable in
Yeah.
all of this stuff, right? I think I saw Chris Hemsworth was on Theo Von, right? Which again, I think Theo Von is very funny. Like, some of the clips that I see is very funny or whatever. But it's like, why are you okay with that? And you can't. It's not okay to me that you just go on there and then just fucking yuck it up, right? Like, these are the people. These are partially the reason
Yep.
why we are in this fucking hellscape. And so when you go on there and you don't fucking say a thing, I think a way about it.
Yeah. Also, that stupid movie that they made, they literally said we purposely made a movie that people can scroll their phones on, because
Yeah.
that's what is happening in the industry now. So we're just going to do that.
Yeah.
No, that's not okay. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's acknowledge the fact that you're here because you're benefiting off the backs of hobnobbing with fascists. Like, that's what it is, right? And so there's this phone call that Kashyap called his buddy Donnie,
Mhm.
and Trump is on a phone call with the USA men's hockey team, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna send the military and Air Force One, and you guys are gonna fly out there, and you don't have to worry about flights and da da da. And by the way, I have to invite the women's team too, otherwise they're gonna impeach me." And then all the boys are like, they're probably giving each other hand jobs or whatever it is that boys do when they get off on each other's jokes. I don't know what it is. I was like, you know what? Congratulations, Donald Trump. You ruined heated rivalry. I hate hockey. Congratulations. It's over for me. I'm not even interested. I'm not interested in any of it. Change the sport, Jacob Tierney. Next season, they're playing baseball or something. I'm not interested in this.
Baseball has a lot of problematic people, by the way.
Okay, I don't know. Track and field.
Well, We should say congratulations to the women's team. Now,
Yes.
did you know about the heated rivalry situation within the women's hockey?
I've heard inklings about it, and I did not
Yeah.
get a chance to look it up. Please do tell me.
You know, I don't. I've only seen the inklings also, but from what I understand, there is a player on the U.S. team and a player on the Canadian team that were involved together. And right before the gold medal match, the U.S. lady, she erased. I think she unfollowed the Canadian lady or something, and so now it's like they broke up right before the final.
Okay, I just found the article. USA Canada Olympic women's hockey rivalry gets spicy with a rumored lesbian breakup. Oh my God.
Lesbians.
Rumors are swirling about Team USA's Caroline Harvey and Team Canada's Daryl Harvey, but were the two ever actually dating? So we don't know. There was some rumors that neither, by the way, have come out as queer or dating or anything.
Yeah,
But
it's
there's
all
just
very
been
problematic.
rumors. It's very problematic. They've just been rumors about them hanging out a lot together and been like in each other's TikToks and stuff. But then there was like a deep unfollowing and whatever. I mean, look, it is problematic to be speculating about women's sexuality, but if anything has taught me a heated rivalry is that maybe that's a thing and we should cover it. I don't know. But
I think beautiful people, beautiful athletic people, like to be with other beautiful athletic people.
and I think that that's a lovely thing.
Yeah, tale as old as time. Hot people like hot people. I'm sorry.
Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed you put a bunch of hot people together in an arena where they might be sexually attracted to each other and sparks fly? Oh,
Yeah,
shocking.
and they knock into each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, things can happen. Yeah, congratulations to the women's hockey team. Also, they declined the invite to the White House. They said
Yeah,
no
fuck-
thanks.
Yeah, because fuck that guy.
Oh, and all this stuff, right? We're going to protect women's sports. We're going to protect women's sports. We're going to protect women's sports. We need to protect the women in sports. And what are you doing? You're talking about how I have to invite the women's hockey team because otherwise I'm going to get impeached. Go fuck yourself. You don't give a shit about women. You don't give a shit about sports. You just are an asshole. By the way, they're trying to pass a law that lets ICE come to us if we talk about ICE. So I don't know what's going to happen a week from now. So yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot, Donald Trump. You ruined hockey.
And that is the worst thing you have ever done.
How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Tap the banner or visit usaa.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Hey, tell me about this Xbox CEO.
I mean, so there's what sound did I just make? I just found out about this yesterday because it came up in one of my guy groups, right? Xbox, Microsoft they just promoted a lady to be CEO of Xbox, right? Her name is I'm not.
Is it
prepared
Asha
at all.
Sharma?
It is Asha Sharma, right?
Okay.
Now, Asha she replaced this guy named Phil Spencer, I think, who was like the CEO for a while. Now, Asha has been with Microsoft for the last 2 years, and in the last 2 years, she was I think like president of like the AI products or whatever, right? And then she made the jump to Xbox CEO. There has been a fallout, or there has been a reaction to that because people are like, well, she has no gaming experience, right? She has zero gaming experience. And the way that this conversation came to me was there was a post that somebody that I talked to a lot shared. And in the post, a guy basically intimated that she got that position because she is Indian and for some other reasons. Now, Asha is a very beautiful lady, right? So, I mean, I think what this guy was trying to intimate, I mean, I don't know if he was trying to intimate that she, whatever, something sexual or not, but it was very, very racist. Like the tone that he took that, hey, basically what's happening here is that Indian people are replacing white people, and she doesn't even have gaming experience, right? What was interesting to me was like where that conversation within my group went, because it's like it's amazing to me like how quickly we fall into the traps
Mhm.
of like, hey, DEI is not good, right?
Mhm.
Because it takes away, it's not merit based or whatever. And so there right now, I think currently there is still a conversation going on about her because they're like, well, she has no gaming experience. It's like, well, it's not really about gaming, right? Like you don't have to be
It's
somebody
a
who's,
business.
it's a business. It's all just
Yeah.
product delivery at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that thing has been mushrooming or not lately, but I know even as of yesterday there were like think pieces and stuff like that about it.
She's amazing. She's 43 years old and she's the CEO of gaming at Xbox. Like that is she's a CEO of Xbox. Like
Yep.
she's incredible. In the last 20 years I looked her up on LinkedIn. She's had high-powered positions forever in the last 20 years. So, yeah, she's worked really hard over the last 20 years to get to the position that she's in. Most of the CEOs at most of these large companies
Mm-hmm.
are just business people.
Yeah.
If you do you like I had a situation recently
Oh.
where I was not involved, I got to listen to like a bunch of CEOs talking, and they were trying to boost up company morale, and they were two CEOs of two separate companies up on a panel. And you know what they said? They were like, you should try sleeping better, guys. Like, we really need to work on sleep. We need to focus on sleep health. And like, we really encourage our employees to like read a book before bed and put away your phone. And I was like, I'm having billionaires tell me that I need to sleep better. Like, all of these people, and I'm not saying Asha's in this, but like, I
Mm-hmm.
think that a lot of CEOs, and especially like, and these are conversations that I often hear of like white CEOs, to be honest, because I've never worked for anybody. I've never worked for a woman of color or a woman CEO or anything else. I've only worked for that level of management for me, for the companies that I've worked for, or any interactions I've ever had, or in this particular case where it's a panel of two people, not from my company, but two people, and they're white, right? They're white old men. And the thing is, like, they're the idea that we look at white men in power or in these situations and just say they probably know what they're doing. There is
Mm-hmm.
an assumption that if a person like that is in a leadership position, they earned it, they know what they're talking about, and we should be listening to him simply because of what they look like and how much money they have. You look at somebody like Asha Sharma, who's 43 years old, probably hustled her ass off to get to the position that she's in. And she
Yeah.
gets into the position, and the assumption is, well, she did it because she's pretty. She did it for some other disgusting misogynistic reason, or she knows somebody, right? It's
Yeah.
always a downplaying of that person's experience to be, well, it has to be something else because there's no way in hell somebody like that could earn that position. When we know, if you've ever worked in corporate America, I work with some very dumb white men,
I've worked with
guys.
some true jackasses, and you know what?
Truly.
I admire them for surviving as long, but you just go, oh man, you are a fucking moron. You're an idiot.
Yes. And the thing is, I have more experience. I have more actual lived experience of dealing with morons who are white and old and male
Mm-hmm.
than young and talented and brown or female or black or anything like that. I have had more positive experience with people of color, with young people, with marginalized people who work in corporate spaces than I have with old white dudes. And for some reason, the assumption is if it's an old white dude, he probably deserves it. And it's insane. And that is racism and misogyny.
I will just to be fair, I have worked with some morons who are brown men also. I have worked with some true
Well, I'd
morons.
say the common denominator is the man part of it. You
Well,
know what
I
I
work with
mean?
some dumb women also. Actually, that's not true. My
Whoa,
current
whoa, whoa, whoa. You're going to come on my podcast and call women dumb?
I know you know this. I have a very very great relationship with all the. I like every time I've had a female boss, it's the best. My current boss is a female also, and she's the best.
You know, I don't like the way you say female.
What do you want me to say? She's a broad boss.
fraud, boss.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get fired. I love and respect her so much.
I think that female, when it's used, it's very manosphere. When men
What
say
do you want me to
females,
say? What do you want me to say?
women,
All right, women. All right,
gals,
yeah, a gal boss.
girl boss.
No, girl boss. Girl boss is disgusting. You should be disgusted by it also.
No, I am. I hate it.
It's so pandering.
I hate
Remember
girl
when
boss.
boss bitch was a thing?
Oh my god, I never got into it. I was like, no, this feels wrong. I don't like this. But anyway, even though boss bitch is annoying, we do need more female bosses. Oh my god, I said it.
Ah, there you go. See,
when
it rolls
I say
off the
it's
tongue.
different. It's when I say it, it's different. Anyway, fuck those guys. Fuck your friend. I hope you don't talk to him anymore.
No, that's the sad part. That is a person that I love talking to. It's troubling how much I enjoy talking to him because he and I are so diametrically opposed on all of like the important things. But like, I think we talk about the same things. I think we see the entire landscape exactly the same. Only we just have differing opinions on it. But anyways, congratulations, Asha, you boss bitch.
Oh my god. I know you wanted to talk to me about Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick, the romance that has come to a sad end. But I wanted to talk.
It hasn't come to an end.
Didn't they break up?
What? No, how dare you?
Okay.
I'm shook.
I thought that's why you wanted to talk about it, because I was like, oh, they
No.
must have broken up.
No.
Okay, well, never mind. Did you hear, before we talk about that, did you hear that last week or 2 weeks ago, there was an airspace closure that happened? Everybody was very weird. It was over the border of Texas, so in El Paso. There was a brief but unexpected airspace closure because of Federal Aviation Administration. Pentagon officials got involved. They were really worried. They were not sure what was flying over the sky. People were terrified. They had to use lasers to identify it and shoot it down. Do you know what it was, Raheel?
I know it was something that moron Pete Hegseth was doing, right?
It was a party balloon.
Just a single party balloon?
It was a single party balloon, like a Mylar balloon.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Also, quickly.
It's a good thing we don't have DEI anymore.
Thank God. Because you know what? Thank God. Also, as you know, I've been on a fitness journey. Unfortunately for me, it's been positive and I do enjoy it. I wasn't able to work out for 3 days and my knees immediately started hurting. And I was like, God damn it, I do need to lift. But again, much like how the Trump administration makes me never want to watch hockey anymore, the Trump administration is taking the fun out of working out because RFK Jr. and Kid Rock released some sort of a workout video.
It's just two bros hanging out in a spa. Not in a sauna. Two bros
hanging out in a sauna, riding bikes, giving each other a finger. Okay. Now
wearing jeans.
One of them was in sweat clothes, but the other one was in jeans and no shirt, which made me, of course, go to RFK Jr. is a never nude. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. He's just a never nude. That's his. Yeah.
It's giving never nude. He does an ice plunge with denim jeans on.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna blue himself soon. And they were playing like Ba with the Ba or whatever.
That's the only song.
Yeah, and so again, like I go, man, like, all right, let's say you're a white person and you are like kind of racist or whatever, and you go, hey, you know what, this Trump guy is for me, right? And I don't like the direction that this country is going in because like it used to be better for white people before,
yeah,
and I wanted to go back. How do you watch that video and say, hey, this is our best and brightest? Like you have like even in terms of white people. You have the worst white people. And that actually fucking, I don't know if this is the right time to say this or not, but like, let's say if white supremacy actually does win out, like, because it is kind of taking over the world or whatever, it seems that white supremacy is having a moment, right?
Uh-huh.
What worries me as an American is that we have the worst whites. We don't even have the good whites. The good whites are all in Europe. You know what I mean?
And they're not even that good.
Yeah.
And you know what? And even those whites are like, listen, when fascism rolled around here last time, it was really bad. And so
Yeah.
we like kind of took stock in doing a little bit of accountability, and we do all of our slurring quietly.
Yeah.
Or during an award show, a person with Tourette's will do some slurring.
We'll invite somebody with Tourette's so they can say what's apparently on all of our minds.
Yeah, but you know
terrible,
what?
Man.
It was awful. Oh my god, terrible. But yeah, like it is the worst type of whites for sure right now. And I think
our
like,
whites would not survive.
No, like this morning or yesterday, Donald Trump posted an AI video of himself playing ice hockey against Canada and then punching him in the face because he can't actually. Sir, you're shitting your pants and you have tubes in your legs. Please. It's the worst. And that's the thing. I don't understand who looks at this and says, rock on, man. I'm proud to be an American. Like, I don't think that's. It's not our best and brightest.
It's not our best and brightest. I think I actually want to correct myself because I think I attacked because of the Tara Lipinski thing during the Traders episode. I don't want to come out against all the whites. I love the whites. I mean, our white supremacists are not the best whites.
Yeah,
our other whites. We got some great whites. We have some great whites in this country. I'll always say that.
You do love the whites. Yeah. I'm on the fence about them. Even when I love them, I'm like, but how good are they?
Yeah, but what about all the hockey players? What happened there?
No, I told you. I looked them up. They have no teeth. No, thank you. Not interested. Yeah, awful stuff. Okay, let's talk about Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick. Let me know what's going on. Give me the tea. It's piping hot.
Oh, it is piping hot. So, do you recall when we talked about Bill Belichick not getting into the Hall of Fame?
Yes, that's right. And people thought it was because of Jordan and her antics.
People thought it was because of Jordan, blah, blah, blah. But so behind the scenes, what's been going on is, so the reason why he didn't get into the Hall of Fame is because there is this like committee that they give them 5 names or whatever, and they are only allowed to pick 3. And the committee is made up of 50 people, and you need to get 41 votes or 40 votes, I think, to get in. And for whatever reason, Bill Belichick did not get in. Like, he didn't get 40 votes.
Yeah.
Another person that was up on the ballot at the same time as Bill Belichick was Robert Kraft. You know who Robert Kraft is?
Of course. Daddy Pats.
Daddy Pats. He is the owner of the Patriots. Now, we've never talked about this, but the first person that made the big leap from his of going in for an age gap relationship that I recall was Daddy Pats. Daddy Pats's wife was this great philanthropist lady who died, and then he turned to one friend. One friend was there for him at that time. You know who that one friend was?
Who?
Donald fucking Trump. Donald Trump was his closest friend, and he turned to him, blah, 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 blah. About 2 months after Daddy Pat's wife passed away, he was watching a Boston Celtics game with like a lady 40 years younger than him. So anyways, he is a piece of shit. Robert Kraft is a piece of shit. He's also the person behind like the blue square stuff, which is we don't have in the for the thing that we're talking about right now. We don't have enough time to talk about how I feel about that. But anyways, Robert Kraft was also up for the Hall of Fame. And one of the voters said, the reason why I didn't vote for Bill Belichick was because I voted for Robert Kraft. So there is this feeling internally, like between Bill and Bob, that maybe Robert Kraft was somewhat responsible for Bill not getting into the Hall of Fame, right? So there's like a little bit of tea. They're not having the best time. Now, Bob Kraft did put out a statement saying, I really believe Bill should have gotten into the Hall of Fame. The fact that he didn't is crazy. I don't know if he said all that, but he said he had a supportive message. Now, Bill, who is currently the football coach at UNC, attended a basketball game at UNC with Jordan.
Uh-huh.
And Jordy was wearing a t-shirt. And on the t-shirt was a logo for Orchids of Asia. Do you know what Orchids of Asia is?
No.
If you know something about Bob Kraft, you probably know that he once got arrested for getting a hand job at a spa on his way to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. Orchids of Asia is a day spa in Florida.
Yes. And so the t-shirt that Jordan was wearing was for
Jordan.
Orcus, and I love it so much.
Okay.
She's the
I'm a
best.
fan. I'm
Yeah.
a fan.
I'm
I'm
100% a fan.
Jordan, do you look like Ursula the Sea Witch come to life, stolen
Yeah, she
Ariel's
does.
voice? Yes, you do. But I don't care. That is so good.
It's so
that's
good.
good. And you know what? I'm pro that because fuck Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
He's all over the Epstein files. Like,
Yes.
it's awful. Also, wait, did Bobby Kraft make it into the Hall of Fame?
He did it. Neither of
He
them
didn't.
made it.
Okay, neither
Yeah,
of them
it's great.
did. You want to talk about white men? I mean, old white dudes. My God, that is so good, Jordan. We have no choice but to stand.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. I love that very much.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, have to end the chat in kind of a sad note. James Vanderbeek and Eric Day no longer with us. Both died of like these horrible diseases that they were battling. Eric Dane had ALS and James Vanderbeek had colorectal cancer, and both extremely sad. Both passed, and their estates have like GoFundMe's right now because of the state of America and the healthcare system and like how insurance goes. People are like, why do these actors not have money? And it's like, well, I don't think you realize that just because people are famous doesn't mean they actually have money. James Vanderbeek stuff is a little sus. His wife is.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
His wife's
there.
stuff is a little problematic.
I don't know. I
A
mean,
little
listen,
weird.
I loved Dawson's Creek for the first 3 years by the time, because Dawson was apparently my age when I was in high school. So I loved watching that show. I had a lot of positive memories of James Vanderbeek from then. I think his is the one that's like really top of mind for me right now, because we like colorectal cancer and like colon cancer for our generation, it's crazy. Like they told us to get colonoscopies at 50 before. Now they've changed that to 45. Now I know people that are getting, colon cancer under 40. So it's top of mind. And like when I heard about him, I was really sad. And I mean, I don't know what to say about all the other stuff that's happening because I don't know.
Yeah, I know listen, there's other podcasts that are brave enough to jump into the James Vanderbeek, Amber, his wife, and her alleged weird anti-science, anti-vax stuff. I'm not going to get into that, but I am genuinely sad. I literally gasped. I gasped like I did with Catherine O'Hara when James Vanderbeek and Eric Dane both passed away. McSteamy, for God's sake. Yeah. So sad.
And it happened so quick for both of them. Like, you just feel like you just heard about it. Especially Eric Dane, like I think it was like last year or something.
Yeah.
That he announced that he had ALS. And that's another one, man. Like that's so scary.
Yes.
Like how horrid that disease is.
And husband to Rebecca Gayheart, a 90s icon. Are you familiar with her?
Yeah, I remember her from the Neutrogena commercials.
Yeah, she was like a 90s it girl, the Noxzema girl.
She was Noxzema. Was it Noxzema?
Yeah.
She was also on Beverly Hills 90210. She was Dylan's wife, and she got murdered.
Yeah, she was also in Scream too.
Yeah.
Anyway, sad stuff. Listen, we do have to end the chat on a FMK, but it's gonna be weather related.
Wait, can we? Can I give you more of a little positive pick me up thing?
Oh, sure.
You want my 1-word review for the Bruce movie?
Oh, you've watched it. Okay, amazing. Yes. What's your 1 word?
I'm dehydrated. My tummy hurts. I watched it yesterday. I went in trying to be like a little bit of a hater or whatever, and like the first 15 minutes, I was like, "What is this?" Because it is very much like it's like cosplaying Bruce or whatever. And then I fucking loved it so much. It is so good. It's so wonderful.
Oh,
you're not gonna watch it. Yeah, it's so good, especially if you're a Bruce fan. Like you're not. I know you're not interested, but like there's like 2 parts in it that I'm gonna be thinking about a lot. The first is, he writes this.
I'm still giggling about your 1-word review.
It's so good. He writes the song. He writes the song Nebraska, right? Mm-hmm. And the song is about a serial killer with like a real serial killer. Like, and it's based off. He watched a movie with Martin Sheen and based off of blah 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 blah. And so he was writing the song, And then in the moment, he has this memory of like his dad who was abusive to him and his mom, right? And he has this memory of him coming downstairs with a baseball bat, and he hits his dad, right? And so they show him while he's writing the song. Initially, he's writing it in like the third person, like he did this, he came, and he changes that to like the first person. And I know you don't get it, but like for me, that is the reason why I fell in love with Bruce Springsteen. Like when I heard the song Paradise, the fact that after 9/11, like this icon of the US, like the guy who's supposed to be like Mr. New York, New Jersey, or whatever, still took the time out to try to think from the point of view of somebody who is essentially a suicide bomber. Like that kind of openness and like that empathy or whatever is amazing. And so just to see that was amazing. And then there's like dad stuff in it. We're going through some dad stuff.
Yeah, we're going
also,
through stuff.
We got some dad stuff.
Guys.
We're not going to talk about it. I'm going to go shovel snow.
Yeah, it's fine. You have kidney failure. No big deal. How is Jeremy Allen White as Brucey Pants?
I never thought that he was Bruce, but I as I was watching it, I was like, well, I understand the Bruce character. Like this is the Bruce story. I bought him as Bruce, like not Bruce Springsteen, but in the movie, he did not lose me after a little while.
It was very much Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jeremy Strong is ridiculous in it. Like he's like it seems like he's doing satire, but he's just so much fun to watch.
Oh my God, amazing. Yeah. Okay, well, back to our final chat. It is a snow day. We do have a blizzard. I'm gonna say FMK, snow, sleet, hail.
Snow, sleet, hail. Snow, sleet, hail. I think sleet can get the fuck right out of here, right? I hate sleet. Sleet is the worst. You can't drive on. It's just, and like the weather, it's you're cold and you're damp, and like sleet has this thing where it gets into my collar and it goes down my back. I hate it.
Well, also hail does.
I guess so. I really don't have a lot of experience with the hail.
No, sleet, hail is those giant balls that fall.
Yeah.
But hail doesn't necessarily stick to ground the way sleet does. Because sleet is wintry mix.
It's just disgusting.
Winter remix. And it's awful.
If you're not wearing the right shoes, your socks are just,
forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I could fuck with hail because sometimes you get like a hailstorm in the summertime. It's kind of like majestic.
Yeah, exactly. I will fuck hail as like an exotic thing. Just, hey, no, don't tell my wife about me and hail.
Don't tell snow about me and hail.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess I'll marry snow. Like, I will say it's been a pain in the ass today and a pain in the kidneys to shovel it or whatever. But like, I looked outside this morning and it was a fucking winter wonderland, and it is beautiful and it's so nice.
It is really nice out.
To look at. I just wish that somebody would pick up the snow for me.
Yeah,
like, it's lovely, like pure white snow. This is how white supremacy spreads.
This is how white supremacy spreads in America. Yeah. Also, did you finish A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
I did not watch yesterday's episode. No.
What a television show! My God.
We shall talk about it.
We should talk about it. Anyway, I'll be back later this week to talk about Love is Blind. Unfortunately, I'm shackled to another season of Love is Blind. And guess what, Raheel? Shocker! Spoiler alert! It's not blind. People need to know what other people look like in order to get married to them. So.
Oh yeah. So what is that the thing with Love is Blind? Is you just you date in a box or something?
You date in a box. You date in a box for 7 days. Behind a wall, you talk to a bunch of people, and then you propose to one, and then after you've accepted the proposal, you see each other, and then you go to Mexico and you have like a little vacation, but all the other people that you met in the box are also there. But so sometimes it's a situation where like you might have been somebody's number one, but that person may have had a number two that they were also interested in and not sure if they should be with, but then that person might be engaged to someone new. Anyway, that happens. It's a very bad show. So every season, I think to myself, they could not find worse men. And somehow, we find them. And they usually do cities. Really, you're going to love this. They usually do cities. Yeah. But this season, they just did Ohio. Like the whole state.